Trump frustrated and demoralized as his family has blatantly refused to support nor encourage him in his trying moment. They haven't even for once gone to court with him. Stay tuned for this interesting details. Sarah Matthews, a former press assistant for former President Donald Trump in the White House, provided insight into the striking lack of face-to-face family support during the current hush money trial. In an interview with MSNBC's Chris Jansing, Matthews discussed the possible effects of Trump's absence on his temperament and made conjectures about Melania Trump's probable choice to skip the judicial hearings. Matthews emphasized how Trump may be demoralized by the lack of support from his family and the large number of demonstrators outside the courtroom, drawing attention to his passion for branding and optics. She emphasized Trump's need on outside approval and hypothesized that the absence of a nurturing environment would be a factor in his apparently agitated disposition, which might cause conflict with his advisors. Although Trump's son Eric has been the only member of the Trump family to appear in court so far, Matthews foresaw a surge of family members and supporters in the coming weeks. She said that steps will be taken to improve Trump's spirits and lessen any humiliation resulting from the trial. Nevertheless, Matthews questioned Melania Trump's possible attendance, pointing out that the accusations against her husband are delicate. Melania Trump could decide to stay out of the trial given the controversy surrounding the hush money payments made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels, which were purportedly made to conceal an affair. Matthews made this conclusion. Matthews surmised that Melania would probably avoid putting herself through the discomfort of attending a trial involving such intensely personal and potentially embarrassing accusations, given her past absence from campaign events. Trump's alleged affair with Daniels and his subsequent attempts to hide it through financial transactions have been a recurrent controversy both during and after his presidency. The trial has garnered a great deal of interest from the public and media and will put these accusations under legal examination. There has been conjecture over the dynamics within the Trump family and the possible consequences for Trump's legal strategy due to Melania Trump's absence from the courtroom. Observers are keeping an eye on the trial's progress, as well as any changes in Trump's behavior and the makeup of his support base. The involvement of family members and their calculated choices about taking part in the trial will probably continue to be a source of intrigue and conjecture as the proceedings progress. The trial continues to draw public interest as it progresses over the next several weeks, with Matthews' views providing light on the internal dynamics at work. According to a report by Hindustan Times on Friday, May 3, 2024, former U.S. President Donald Trump was the target of mockery once again after a visit to New York City firemen turned into a social media fiasco. Trump intended to give pizzas to the dedicated first responders after spending the day in court for a hush money trial, but his well-meaning gesture rapidly went south due to an obvious error. The native of Queens, Trump, showed up to a Midtown firehouse with 2 boxes of Zeno's pizza after his campaign gave the firemen 10 boxes of other pizzas. The likely Republican presidential candidate met with the firemen for around 10 minutes, signing a daybook with a note praising them and posing for pictures. Though the firemen were kind to Trump, he was criticized for mispronouncing the Fire Department of New York, FDNY, as the NYFD on many occasions in his social media tweets on the visit. The error provoked a barrage of satire and fact-checking on several web forums. Editor-in-chief of Metastouch.com, Ron Filipkowski, made the sardonic remark in reaction to Trump's gaffe. The true NYC man of the people doesn't know it's FDNY despite spending his whole life in the city. Others chimed in, saying they couldn't believe someone who was reared in New York could make such a mistake. Trump and his family members have committed this error before. In a social media post praising the FDNY for their reaction to a fire at Trump Tower in 2018, Eric Trump, the son of the president, also referred to them as the NYFD. Given his ambitions to run for public office, the episode has rekindled criticism of Trump's relationship to the city and his familiarity with its institutions. Many see the error as a sign of a deeper rift between Trump and the groups he purports to represent. Trump's visit was supposed to demonstrate his support for first responders, but instead it served as material for internet satire and further investigation into his familiarity with New York City and its establishments.